Before this video starts, make sure to join my Discord server to chat with a group of Doctor Who fans and get exclusive updates on future videos. Okay, enjoy the review.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Time of the Whovians United. Today we've got a review of Revolution of the Daleks. As always, you are joined by me, Corey. You've also got Farron and George. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Well, if if you did, post them your thoughts in the comments as always.
And if you didn't enjoy it, please post your thoughts in the comments. We'll be interested in it.
Yeah, like or not, we don't judge.
Without further ado, shall we get into it? So Farron's going to kick it off. What was your initial thoughts, Farron?
Surprise! Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this story. I was going into it and I actually forgot that it was on this week. I was like, oh my god, Doctor Who's on this week. Oh. I was like, yeah, I don't really, I didn't really have big expectations for it, which might have helped in my enjoyment, to be honest. Liked seeing the Daleks back, but then again, who doesn't like seeing Daleks? It was fun. However, I did have quite a few problems with it, of course, because it's me. Captain Jack, I thought, was just criminally underused. The pacing was a bit weird. I don't think the Daleks were in it enough. Yeah, overall, it was fine. It was okay.
Oh my god, can we all please have a round of applause for an actual positive opinion from Farron, everybody?
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, I have positive opinions about, stories that aren't written by Chibnall. So,
it's just obviously...
If you want to see a positive review of Farron, watch our closing time review.
Yeah, watch our closing time review.
Yes, do that.
Great.
Definitely do that. As we know, Series 12, it was a bit all over the place, mostly in the negative corner. But George, are you any different to Farron?
I went into this episode with high expectations rather than Farron. I know Farron texted me that was a bad idea, and I don't like the Whittaker era, but with Jack and the Daleks, obviously, fan service can distract me. As obviously when I watched Fugitive, I thought that was a brilliant episode if you watched the review, but the day after I realised so much flaws. And that's what I do with the Series 12 reviews. So my initial thoughts, I enjoyed it. I really did, like I normally do. But the pacing, as Farron said, it was a bit weird and it went everywhere. I think the setup, it was so good. It was so good. The execution of the payoff was just terrible. Like, we don't, it was set up for the Daleks at this big civil war, and we only got 5 minutes of it, one battle. It felt quite lackluster to me. But forget about the pacing, I enjoyed myself. Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely an episode that you can enjoy, because you have got the Daleks, you have got Jack. There are aspects that you are going to enjoy. I feel like the way it was paced, it had intervals of action and excitement. It wasn't like things going off all the way through. There was little bursts here, there, and everywhere where key things were happening. And when those things did happen, I was like, oh my god, yeah, I like this, yeah. But then when it went back to normality, it was a bit like, okay, all right, we're calm again. And then another thing happened. And I think that's what they mean when they say the pacing was all over the place.
The pacing was all over the place.
See, I had the thought today while watching it. I think I know why I like Waters and Mars. With Waters and Mars, you get the danger from the very beginning, and it carries through all the way to the end. I don't know why I had the thought while I sat down with here. There was key bursts of energy throughout where there was a lot more action and excitement, and I thought that's really good, but it's not all the way through. And to be fair, the build-up was good. I think the Daleks bit was good, but it was just not enough of it in towards the end. It kind of ended a bit too soon with the Daleks. It's possibly one of the better episodes of Whittaker era. I'm not going to lie there. So we'll move on now then to characters and villains.
Characters and villains. Okay, first of all, I'm going to talk about Jodie, because Jodie is such a blank slate, isn't she? She's the blandest Doctor ever. She's just such a blank slate where I don't even know what character traits she's supposed to have. She's just so at times she comes across as annoying, and when she tries to be serious, it just doesn't really work because they've set her up as this weird, quirky person, and it just really clashes. But she's just kind of bland, and I've always kind of had that problem with her. If you go back and watch, I think it was Can You Hear Me? In the review, I said I realised I was like, Jodie's just a bland Doctor, and it's nothing against Jodie. I think she's a fine actress. It's just the way Chibnall writes her is, classic Chibnall.
Chibnall.
Oh god. Anyway, Captain Jack is back for no reason at all. Really underused. Pure fan service. Just no reason for him to be back. apart from, to break the Doctor out of prison. The companions are really they're just kind of there. I'm glad that Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole got out while they did, because they're just useless, aren't they? They do nothing. And who else was in this story? Jack frickin' Robertson? Useless, annoying. Anyway, the Daleks were great. I really liked them. But then again, how could you screw up the Daleks? There is no possible way that you could screw up the Daleks. And it was nice to see them. Honestly, it was really nice to see them. I was like, oh, Daleks, how are you? Come on in, have a cup of tea. Anyway, but yeah, no. The Daleks were fun, and I think they were really just like the saving grace of the story. If it had been any other villain, I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I did. So,
So, George, then, how do you differ at all to Farron's opinion?
Okay, so I think what Farron said about Jodie is correct. I just want to say, like the Timeless Child, when she was talking to the Timeless Child and all that, I wanted it to be done and go back to the action because it went on for so long and it was so annoying. I want to see more of the Daleks, and obviously the Daleks were literally the saving grace of it. Sadly, we didn't get much of that, but if you watched my reaction of the Revolution of Daleks, I was like, Daleks killing people! Yay! Murder! Yeah, I'm so... Yay.
You stole my sense of humor. Hey.
The Prime Minister lady, very irrelevant. We thought she would have a big part. She did at the start. It was quite sort of like set up, but with no execution. I want to talk about Jack, and his moments with Jodie was actually pretty damn good. I don't know how he found out she was in the prison in the first place, but that's chipping off for you. Yeah.
So the Doctor, I thought she was pretty good. She was pretty great, to be fair. Her dialogue, her scenes with Jack was pretty good. I was quite impressed actually how they, the banter they had, how they got on, the two or four lines they had. That was pretty good. I was actually quite happy with that. And I do feel like she was probably in the prison the right amount of time, because a lot of people feared that she might stay in the prison in all the way till the end and she'd actually be there to save the day. However, I feel like she had a good amount of time in there to talk about how she felt, all her inner thoughts, her time in there. And then obviously Jack came and saved the day and broke her out, and then she was obviously involved with the plot all the way till the end. So I feel like she had probably just the right amount of time in the prison. Obviously Jack is fabulous, of course. I had to put that, I'm sorry, I had to put it in there.
Oh my gosh.
Not love John. I had to do it, I'm sorry. How could you... John Barrowman, despite his potential irrelevance in the plot, he just made it. He was a highlight. He made it enjoyable. He was just great to be there with all the characters. Jack Robertson. I feel like Jack Robertson, what they do so well with Jack Robertson is he's that sort of villain you love to hate. He's designed to be hated because he's such an idiot. Like, that's his character, and he played it so well. He's definitely better than he was in Arachnids. Absolutely, 100%, so much better. Yeah, he did kind of slip into his old sort of things he did in Arachnids, of course. So yeah, that's the main problem with this episode is the Daleks were great. There just wasn't enough of them. Yeah, there'd been more of them, more battles, more screen time with Dalek on Dalek action, and higher stakes. It would have been a lot better. They were good anyway, but they could have been so much better. So moving on to some random thoughts. So is there anything else? Any more extra?
Well, yeah, no, pacing first of all, because I mentioned this earlier, and I genuinely think the episode was really kind of poorly paced. Like, especially the resolution to the whole conflict with the Daleks is like, it's so weird because like the build-up was great because there was like this intrigue and there was like plot and stuff happening and there was like a lot of stuff going on. There was a storyline and there was a clear storyline. But as soon as the 2005 Daleks came into the story, granted, I loved seeing them there and I loved seeing the little civil war that they had going on. But as soon as they came into the story, there was a massive problem because then the focus of the story kind of shifted and the Robertson Daleks kind of became irrelevant. Like, they seemed like less of a threat. I think they should have just left the Bronze Daleks out of the story. I think it just would have been better if they just had the Robertson Daleks and these were just like one-off Daleks and the other Daleks are just out there somewhere. Well, I think they missed a really good opportunity for a really nice shot of like an army of Daleks on one side of the screen, like a huge army of Daleks. and then just the Doctor in the TARDIS on the other side of the screen.
Ooh.
That would have been a great shot. And I was just thinking, they're going to pull out, and it's going to be like this really cool, like head-to-head battle shot of like a tiny TARDIS and a massive army of Daleks, and it's going to be a really cool metaphor for the entire show. But no, they missed that opportunity. John Bishop now? Holy crap. John Bishop in Doctor Who. First of all, it said, like, because the announcer person was like, hey, and stick around for a special announcement, and at the end of the credits it just said, the Doctor will return. And I was like, oh, was that it? And I carried on eating my dinner. And then there was this thing like, oh, your horoscope says, and I was like, oh, is this for another show? I thought it was an advert for another show. I didn't know it was a Doctor Who thing. And then I was like, is it a Doctor Who thing? And then John Bishop turned around and it was like, introducing John Bishop. I was like, holy shit. But yeah. And first of all, a weird choice, isn't it?
I don't know. Is he a fan? Well, nobody knows.
I think he is, because I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet earlier saying that he was like really happy to be on the TARDIS or something. I don't know.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think he is a fan.
Good thing for his career, perhaps. Maybe it might be a good thing for his career. I don't know.
I haven't seen a lot of him recently.
I don't really hear
is he a plumber or something? Because he was carrying tools.
That might be his job.
Yeah, but yeah.
All your random thoughts.
Yeah, that's all my random thoughts out of the way.
George, anything else to add to that?
I'm basically going to say all the cameos and stuff. So Baron's already said one, the Gwen Cooper. People like the confused Alipos might be like, Torchwood is confirmed. No, I think it's just a little.
Are you calling out the confused Alipos?
But it could be though. It could be confirmed though. It could be.
A rival coming to. No, I like confused Alipos. The aliens. There was so much because obviously Chibnall doesn't want to look at the Doctor's past, but I'm so happy he is. Obviously, it's fan service. Like, we can't deny that. But we saw the Weeping Angels moving. That was cool. We saw Sycorax. We haven't seen them for about basically 15 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the other video was. It an Ood?
It was an Ood.
But we got to see the silence. There was a nice little.
They hid it quite well. I think they hid.
It was really well handled with all that. I gotta say this one thing just to. Obviously, I like this. Oh, no. They were annoying my friend. We got a Rose Tyler reference. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm so happy. She's a great companion, and I'm so glad that Dr. Chip showing it off in a current. No, I like Rose.
Why? Just why?
Just because.
No, she's good. And that's my random thoughts. But I'm happy that
the use of TV. You know how the ITV like to use TV to try and set the scene and the world building. I like how they use the whole broadcast live on air with the Daleks. That was good. And I loved how they had like an Army of Ghosts. How they had the live on air and the Dalek appeared, killed the woman whilst they were still filming live on air, and obviously it destroyed the camera. That was really cool. I like that. So to try and get the sense of the actual atmosphere and how much danger there was currently on Earth at the moment. That was good. I think the music was pretty good. I actually quite enjoyed the music a lot. However, I wasn't too sure if it was my actual TV or not, but the actual Dalek theme, the dun, 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 I thought it was too loud. Like, it felt like it was really just punching through the air. And I don't know why. When every time the Daleks appeared with that actual tone and that music, it just felt to me like it was way too loud.
It might have just been your TV, because I don't think I got that.
I just felt like it was just I don't know. It just felt very, very obviously evil and sinister. But when I was watching on the TV, it kind of felt a bit.
Oh, hang on. Can I just say something about the music?
Go on.
Because, when the Dalek first appeared, but it wasn't the Dalek, it was like the Robertson Dalek, and it was just the robot. The weird techno music was a bit weird.
I felt like it was a bit weird because she was talking with like a sense of hope, sense of future, the good things the Daleks are going to bring to the world. And it's really weird seeing the music for the Daleks being portrayed in this way. Like, the Daleks are a sense of hope, a sense of security, a sense of comfort. It was like, this is weird. The Daleks don't get talked about in this way. It's weird. Yeah. It was good though. I enjoyed it. It was just a bit of a strange moment how she was talking so with a lot of emotion about the state of the country at the moment, how much impact the Daleks are going to have. But yeah, that was mostly my random thoughts. So it's now time to get to your favourite part of our reviews. So it's my pleasure to say it is time for the cringe.
The cringe of the episode. Yay!
That was a tight
I was
one.
about to say week.
Anyway, so then, Farron, what have you got any cringe of the week? So I'm sure Jack Robertson might have been a focus, maybe not. What was yours?
Yeah, I actually have two. Well, the first one is the one that I just said, the Dalek weird dubstep techno music.
Fair enough.
It was weird. Like the Dalek just emerged from the smoke, and instead of like this orchestral, ominous theme, it just went. That's my impression of dubstep. But yeah, it was so weird. It was like. I was like, what the hell is this?
Kind of reminded
also-
me a little bit of the Sidemen theme, a little bit, in a way. You know the
Yeah.
Sidemen theme, the dun 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 dun, that one.
Yes,
Dun, dun, dun. It
but
was a bit like that.
worse.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, just Jack Robertson in general. He's just like, oh my god, the money. I was like, dude, shut up. Like, it's just weird. He's just weird.
Jack, where's Jack? Jack's not here.
Jack's here.
Jack! George,
Jack.
George, have you got anything different to Barron's?
I do, and
Go
I
on.
know you two disagree with me. The major thing I thought was cringy was how they escaped the prison with that portal, that little circular, bubble thing, and how they obviously run in, and it was so cringy to me. As well, it's Jack Robertson, with the, say something, so we won't kill you. That scene, and he said money, so kind of sarcastically, like. That's the only thing on his mind, and that's basically his character.
How dare you, George? Like, I told you that was my cringe of the week, and then you went to Farron. Oh, Farron, my cringe of the week about the thing about money and stuff, and now you're telling the audience this. Yours is about money. I gave you that idea. I said it first. The only problem is I can't quite remember the whole scene. It's just the whole. It was along the lines of, what can we give you, or what do you need, or what do you want to live, or something. And he just went, like you said, money? Like, I don't know. What money? Yeah, sure. I'll take some money, guys. I'll have money. It's just, I think, to be fair, actually, his whole obsession about money, the whole way through, any sort of implication that involved money, it was always like, what about the money? The money. Where's the money? No, the money. I want my money. I want my money. That's funny.
Are you my money?
Honestly, it's just a bit like his obsession with money is just a bit too much. I think we get it. He likes the money. He's a very big, entrepreneur. But I think the whole obsession with money all the time got a bit old, I suppose. So yeah, we've got some different ones this time. Which one should we agree on? Is there any we should agree
We all
on?
agree on Jack
No,
Robertson.
I think we should just say Jack Robertson, just in general.
Jack Robertson in general. Jack Robertson in general is today's cringe of the episode. All right then. So now it's time for the most important part of our review. So Farron, fail or no fail? That is the question.
Well, this was a bit of a weird one, to be honest. But overall, I'm going to say that it didn't fail.
It did not.
Because it had a lot of problems. But honestly, I was kind of able to overlook that just because it was fun. And that's all I can really ask. So, after 2 years of just pure nothing boring episodes, it was fun. So yeah, it's good. Didn't fail.
All right. So George, fail or no fail? What do you think?
Hey, it succeeded. What? George likes a Chibnall episode?
Oh my god.
Oh
I
my
think, to be
god.
fair, you like more than Farron going on my
Yeah, so I
think
think mine is more shocking, to be honest, George.
to be fair, you can't just take that crown from him. To be fair.
God, yeah, I need it.
Oh, that's a sorry, that's his little line about him, having no self-esteem and needing the praise. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
That was funny. That was funny.
Do I? So quickly, the companions for the first time felt authentic to me.
Really?
Yes.
sorry. sorry.
Really?
I thought I was muted. Anyway, yeah, sorry, go ahead. We're keeping that in.
Again, overlook. It was such a fun episode, and that's what we need after the timeless actually no, the Thomas Child. What is the Thomas Child? I can't remember it. Anyway, on to you, Corey.
Well, if obviously it's no surprise. Well, I say no surprise. That shouldn't really be a thing. But no, yeah, this episode, yeah, it didn't fail, of course. So that.
Have you ever given a fail?
Obviously, 3 didn't fail. So overall, this episode.
Orphan 55.
Yeah, I think Orphan
Did
55
you?
was a fail. Right.
Oh,
So
did you?
I believe. I might have to check back to that. Well, actually, wasn't Orphan 55 the full complete, the first and only complete like fail, like 4 out of 4 fail?
I think so.
It must have been. If it was a 4-4, I must have given it a fail for that to happen. To be fair, yeah, this for me, a lot of things enjoyable about it. You know, Jack and the Daleks really are the things that make it as best as it is. It just feels like it was a bit disappointing how, you know, the Daleks wasn't involved as much as they could have done. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because it doesn't quite reach that full, that full capacity. I've already given a 10 out of 10 to, Women Fell to Earth and The Haunting of Diodati. So for it to be the best ever, it has to be a 10, and it's not, so it can't be a 10. So I'm hovering around about an 8. But yes, to conclude this review, that all 3 of us have agreed that Revolution of the Daleks was not a fail.
Wow, I didn't think that would happen.
Wow.
You know what? That's not bad. That's not bad because I feel like this episode had a lot riding on it, and I think it's done well enough. I think it will. I think looking online on Twitter, I think it might get the pass overall
Had a
quite
good
well.
reception, I think.
I think it might. Yeah, I think the reception's been quite good. Hopefully that's going to continue into series 13. Let's hope. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
We can only hope, in the words of Peter Capaldi.
We can only hope.
Yes.
Well, there you go, guys. That was our review of Revolution of the Daleks. What did you think? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. Have a nice, friendly discussion about it. Did you think it failed? Did it not fail? Just give your reasons and have a good discussion and tell us why, because we are always intrigued to know what you guys at home think about Doctor Who in general. Leading on to that, if you want to talk to other, members of the Doctor Who community, we have a Discord. If you didn't know, George keeps plugging the Discord on all his videos at the moment. So if you didn't know about it, I don't know why you don't know about it.
And here's some images of what people on our Discord think about Revolution of the Daleks. Here you go.
Yeah, so we've got that there for just people to have chat about Doctor Who in general, other things, just have a nice community and just get to meet new people, and that's been quite successful so far. We've got quite a lot of people in there talking, engaging, have a nice time, and if you want to be a part of that, feel free to join by following the link in the description. I'm going to say that's probably the way to go about it.
Yeah.
If you like this video, give it a nice big like, but also subscribe. To keep up to date with all our current videos. In January, we've got loads of things planned at the moment, so if you want to keep up to date with everything we're doing, we've got a video coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a video about series 13. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know much about series 13, George is there to cover it all for you and let you know all the things that we know already. That is right, George, right? That is right. I did it right, didn't I? Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We shall see you next time. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.